After visiting countries like Estonia, Finland, Morocco, and many more, this Indo-French couple is on their way to wanting to visit the entire world. Yes, they're planning a world tour. Today I have Sanjukta with me from Ode to My Travels, who's going to give us a sense about her journey into travel vlogging and also a little bit about how it is for her out there in Paris during the pandemic. Firstly, it's so nice to have you on Curly Tales.
Same here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Okay, tell me firstly, what is the last country that you visited and how long ago was this?
Okay, this one is easy because we were lucky enough to squeeze in like a summer vacation, and we were in Italy, and it was just last month. So in August, we did this huge road trip for almost 2.5 weeks, and we drove from Paris to Italy and then did some different regions in Italy and came back home. So yeah, it was nice.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your journey, about being a travel blogger. You know, how has it been for you? When did you start? What came to your mind? Why did you want to start something like this? Tell us a little about yourself.
It was really a very organic process. Like everyone, I loved taking pictures since I was like in college, and we would do like with our college mates and stuff, little pictures and so and so. But I mean, when you say really the travel blogger life, to be honest, it started right after our wedding honeymoon. So after our wedding, we decided to go somewhere, of course, to go somewhere nice and fancy. And our first trip was to Bora Bora, so it's in French Polynesia, and of course it was a very special travel. So I wanted to have the perfect pictures, searching over Instagram the places which are like picture worthy and perfect. Then every time we researched a place, we knew what we want to do, what we want to create, and yeah, it was just I think, yeah, 1.5 years back now, and yeah, it will be soon 2 years. So yes, that's how it started, and it's still a growing process.
So what's the lockdown situation like in Paris? You know, how long have you guys been asked to stay back, and how is that hampering your travel plans, or you know, how is it putting a blockage to that?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. In March, when we just came back, I think it was 16th or 17th of March that we flew back to Paris because we saw that the situation was getting critical. And then from 18th of March, if I'm not wrong, 18th or 17th of March, Paris went into full lockdown. So, I mean, France went into full lockdown. So there was nobody going outside Paris, nobody coming into Paris or in France altogether. So we were like quarantined in the house. So you are not even going out to go to your office or anything other than just 1 hour when we were allowed to just walk around your neighborhood and then come back. And that continued until May, 12th or 13th of May. And then now, since May, we are allowed to go outside. We are allowed to travel within Europe and some other countries which have like travel pockets with France. So we are allowed to go back and forth, but not all of them. But I think the most responsible thing is to not do unless you absolutely need it. So yes, we decided to not take flights to go to other countries because, yeah, I mean, even though it's safe and such precautions are being taken to make people feel safe, you cannot, I mean, when you're traveling for like 6 or 8 hours, you feel like taking off your mask. You feel like, I mean, of course you would eat, you would do stuff. So it's not ever going to be 100% foolproof. So we decided that we will do more smaller road trips in and around France, and that's it. I don't know if you have noticed or not, but the cases right now in Paris or in France in total are really soaring up. So at some point in summer, like in July, August, the cases were super low and not too much alarming. So we are just being safe and staying back in Paris as much as we can. So
all right. Okay. Tell me, Sanjukta, what do you think is the future of travel blogging? You know, considering that the travel industry has taken a big hit, what do you think is the future of people who really have careers, you know, as travel bloggers?
What I know is like I have friends who are like really full-time 100% into travel blogging, and there's income is based on it. And yes, they all have taken a really strong hit. I have so many friends who are not even travel bloggers, but also like they had plans for 2020. They decided that, okay, we will do a world tour this year. They quit their jobs, and now they thought that, okay, maybe we can earn something during the travel and then go on with it. It would help us. And now they're completely stationed at home, spending their savings to stay just at home because they quit the job and then they wanted to travel, which they cannot, of course, either. It's never going to go completely off the travel or the travel industry, right? So what people should do, or we are doing right now, is to support the local tourism. I mean, for the moment, we are not really completely in lockdown or quarantine that you cannot even travel within France. You can travel within France, and so can other people in their own countries. So I think now is the best opportunity to just really explore and discover more of your local areas. And you would be surprised. There is so many beautiful things.
What will be the difference now that you step out of your home as compared to what it would have been, before COVID?
So if you think of the feeling of being scared, the answer is no, because we have traveled, right? In August, we did this trip to Italy, and we did a lot of regions in Italy, and we did travel. It's not like we did not travel at all since the quarantine. So no, I never had the feeling of being scared, because first of all, I mean, to take the steps after that. So we are completely, I mean, I don't remember the last time I took the train or the flight. So it's like back in March, right? So we are driving with a car. So I know that the car is our own. So there is no other person in there. Whatever germs and viruses are there is ours. So yeah, that keeps me sane. Like, I'm not always wiping up stuff and things. But when I'm visiting, what I do, and of course we make sure, is that either we go super early in the morning when there are not too many people around, so it's completely empty, or when we are visiting like museums or other places.
That's amazing. So tell us, does your husband Romain take your pictures? What role does he play? Because he makes a part of your blog as well.
That's right.
What role does he play in your blog, and what does he do?
Oh, we are like a team of two. He's like the person behind the lens or in front of the lens always. So, I mean, he takes all our pictures, and I edit them then for posting it up.
Tell me, Sanjukta, you've been in Paris for a while now. What is your favorite spot in Paris, and that place that you think everybody who hasn't visited Paris should at least once in their lifetime see?
Oh, it has to be the Eiffel Tower. I mean, you cannot come to Paris and not visit the Eiffel Tower. And it's funny because, I mean, I see it every single day from our windows, and still the moment I go in front of it, I feel like I skip a beat of my heart, like it's so beautiful. So yes, if you are coming to Paris, that would be the first place you would visit. And then there are so many places to visit in Paris. Like, every single place has its own charm. So you have the Louvre Museum, you have Montmartre, which is like more the cozy and beautiful part of Paris. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff to visit. But yeah, if there is one thing to visit, it has to be the Eiffel Tower for sure.
Thank you so much, Sanjukta. It was fun talking to you. That was great advice for a lot of budding photographers, for a lot of budding travel vloggers. Thank you so much for coming on Curly Tales and speaking to us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.